Big Meech might be getting ready to shake up the whole entertainment game again. Word on the street is that the real boss of BMF is planning something huge with his brother Southwest T. And if it's true, it could completely flip the script on 50 Cent's hit series BMF. The rumor says Meech and T are trying to launch their own BMF movie. And not just any movie, but one that could expose the truth behind what's been left out, twisted, or glamorized in 50 Cent's version. If this goes down, it could be the ultimate revenge play from the original kings of the Black Mafia family. Now let's get one thing straight. Big Meech is still behind bars. But just because he's locked up doesn't mean he's powerless. Over the years, he's kept a strong grip on his legacy. He knows how his name is being used, who's profiting off it, and what's real versus what's fiction. And according to this new rumor, Meech isn't happy with how the BMF story has been portrayed on TV, especially with 50 Cent controlling the narrative. BMF, the show on STARZ, has become one of the biggest crime dramas out right now. People love the characters, the rise of Meech and Southwest T, the street power, the loyalty, the fashion, the music, it's all there. And it's built 50 Cent into a major television mogul. But if the original founders of BMF are now stepping in to tell their version, that means they feel the TV show left something important out, or maybe even twisted the truth. Southwest T, who's been home since 2020, has kept a relatively low profile in public. But don't let the silence fool you. He's been working behind the scenes. He's Meech's brother, his partner, and his co-founder. If anyone has the green light to tell the BMF story outside of 50's version, it's him. And with Meech reportedly backing the plan from the inside, this could be the real BMF comeback. Not the kind with actors and drama, but the kind that digs into what really happened in the streets, in the boardrooms, and behind closed doors. So why would Meech and T want to destroy 50's version of BMF? It's not just about ego. This is about ownership, respect, and legacy. Meech is still serving a 30-year sentence. His name and life story have been turned into a major Hollywood product. And sure, his son Lil Meech is playing him on screen, which keeps it in the family. But how much creative control does the real Big Meech have over the final product? If he feels like the show is sugarcoating things, skipping over real-life betrayals, or even painting him as something he's not, then he has every reason to take the power back. A movie, especially one coming directly from the original source, would hit different. This wouldn't be a dramatized, slow-paced TV series. This would be raw, direct, and based on first-hand accounts. The real rise and fall of BMF. The real streets of Detroit, Atlanta, and all the cities they touched. The deals, the heat, the glory, and the downfall. Straight from the minds of the two men who built the empire brick by brick. But here's where it gets even wilder. If Meech and T pull this off, it could cause major legal and business problems for 50 Cent and STARZ. They've built an entire brand around the BMF name. They've used it in marketing, merchandise, and future spin-offs. If the real Meech decides to drop his own film and say, "This is the truth, everything else is entertainment," that could damage the credibility of 50's entire show. Viewers would start asking questions. What was left out? What was made up? Why didn't they tell the story the right way? And don't forget, this wouldn't be the first time 50 Cent got into it with someone over creative control. He's had fallouts with actors, producers, networks, you name it. He's a master at keeping drama alive, but this one is different. This isn't just another celebrity spat. This is a potential civil war inside the BMF brand. On one side, you've got the TV version that's become a hit across the country. On the other side, you've got the actual legends, the ones who lived it, saying, "Nah, that's not the real story." If Meech and T move forward, expect them to pull together real footage, real photos, real street stories, and maybe even interviews with people who were there from day one. This wouldn't just be a flashy movie. It would be a reclaiming of the narrative. And if they come with real facts and proof that contradicts parts of 50's show, it could flip the entire conversation. Fans might start turning away from the drama and start looking for the truth. Plus, let's be honest, there's always been tension around how much 50 Cent actually had to do with BMF in real life. He wasn't part of the crew when they were in their prime. He wasn't moving weight or ducking the feds. He came in later, once Meech was locked up. and help turn the legend into a brand. That's business, but to the people who were actually there, it might feel like someone else is cashing in on their story. And if Meech is starting to feel that way, a movie would be his loudest way to speak. There's also the question of who would fund it. A project like this would need backing, money, production, marketing. But guess what? In today's world, that's not hard to get. There are independent investors, streaming platforms, and even former BMF associates who might be ready to help bring this to life. They don't need Hollywood. They just need the right cameras and the real story. Fans are already buzzing about what this could mean. Some are riding with 50 Cent, saying he's done a great job keeping BMF's name alive and giving Meech Jr. a shot at stardom. But others are saying it's time to hear from the real bosses. If Meech and T have something to say, people will listen. And if what they say contradicts the show, the whole game changes. Whack 100 and other insiders have hinted that tensions have been building for a while now. There have been small signs, interviews, statements, social media posts that suggest everyone isn't as united behind the scenes as they appear on TV. And now with this movie rumor swirling, it feels like the calm before the storm. 50 Cent is known for clapping back. He's probably already heard the whispers. He's probably getting ready to go on defense. But this time, it's not about ratings or reviews. It's about the truth. If Meech and T really come forward with their version, the power shifts. Suddenly, it's not about the BMF you've seen on STARZ. It's about the BMF you never saw. The real one. The dangerous one. The untold version. And here's the thing. Meech has always been respected in the streets. Not just for what he did, but for how he did it. Loyalty. Strategy. Vision. If he feels like that legacy is being watered down or misrepresented, he's going to protect it by any means. Even if that means going up against someone as powerful and connected as 50 Cent. At the end of the day, this could become one of the biggest behind-the-scenes battles in hip-hop history. Not just over a name, but over legacy, over truth, over control. 50 Cent turned BMF into a television success, but the streets still remember who started it all. And now those very same men might be coming back to take the spotlight back. If the movie actually drops, and it's as real and raw as people expect, it won't just compete with the STARZ show. It'll make people look at BMF in a whole new light. And it might just remind the world that when it comes to telling the story of BMF, only the real ones can do it justice.